Diecast North is a channel devoted to the teens who adult toy collector, pop culture fans, and fellow nerd enthusiasts. This is a PG-13 channel. I might say some shit. Viewer and parental discretion is advised. Hello, once again, all my fine young hooligans, every single one of you out there, guys, girls, everyone in between. I'm actually super ecstatic to see you back here once again at the beginning of the year. The beginning of the year was like a couple of weeks ago when I actually, was like a few days ago when I put out my Christmas episode. But today, I'm bringing you some new stuff, and I would have actually gotten here earlier if my phone didn't break. And so things actually happen, and here I am. And everybody's actually kind of pulling out their LEO Convoy videos and everything like that. But here goes Johnny Come Lately now, and I'm actually super excited to see you guys and girls once again. It's time for another episode of Diecast North's Galactic Hooligan. And today we are actually going to be doing, lo and behold, LEO Convoy. We actually just got him like about last week and everything. So while everybody was actually doing their videos, I actually got a chance to look at this guy a little bit more. I'm excited to show this guy over. I appreciate you all for 618 viewers now. I'm super excited about that. I think it's like 618, 619. I really appreciate that. But I really appreciate each and every one of you newcomers to take a second and hit the like and subscribe and the notification button. I'd really appreciate it, and I'd actually love it if you guys actually became brand new hooligans with me. This is actually going to be a great year. I can't wait to start off with new things for you guys and girls. But today, and maybe some old stuff, today we're going to be taking a look at Leo Prime. And I'm really excited to show this guy to you. I always want to call him LEO Convoy. I know that I'm actually going to slip up a few times in the video. So, let's take a look at this guy, and let's do it. LEO Convoy, or Leo Prime in America here. And he actually comes from the Beast Wars 2 series, and I really wish I had like a lot more affinity for this guy and everything. I know my friend, just an average girl, Naisha, actually kind of like really loves this guy a lot and everything. I used to have the toy, the Beast Wars 2 toy for him and everything. I gave him to her and everything like that because like I really, I like him, but I really don't really get Leo Convoy as much as I actually should and everything. He is a lion. In a way, I kind of really feel like they're actually trying to with the lion mode, they're actually trying to promote kind of like an Aslan kind of a vibe to him and everything, you know? He actually has the ferociousness of his lion mode right over here and everything. He looks beautiful over here. Just let me take you a little bit more into this illustration here, because that's gorgeous. Those yellow eyes and everything, I love the way they glow and everything, you know, the teeth. I love the way they actually did everything here. This beard is actually really amazing, you know, loving the whiskers over here and everything like that. I kind of wish that we could have actually gotten the Masterpiece treatment on this guy, but we actually got Leo Convoy over here, and he isn't looking too bad. You know, in hand, I was really expecting him to look a lot more mangled than he is in hand and everything like that. I'm actually really pleasantly surprised with how he actually came out. We'll actually take a look at this face right over here. We actually still have a lot of the yellows and the white and everything like that going into his whole body. There is a lot of fur texturing, but this face always looks sad and everything like that to me, you know? Even still now, he looks kind of regal, but he also has this kind of sad look to him, I remember what happened. I remember it all. you know? And that's kind of like what he really looks like to me and everything like that, you know? Kind of like, I don't know, does anybody actually get like a Scar kind of a thing from him and everything? Because I keep on looking at him, I'm looking at his facial structure right over here, and all I keep on thinking of right now is like Scar from The Lion King and everything, you know? But, let's see, we actually have like a lot of like a good service right over here going into the main and everything like that, which actually hides his hands pretty nicely and everything, so that's actually pretty nice. I like everything that's actually going on into his back over here and everything, so that's actually really great. As I said before, fur texture is actually all there. He looks like he actually has bionic legs. Underneath, you actually see like like some robot kibble and everything like that, but not too shabby at all or anything like that. One thing I actually do like about this guy is that he actually has blasters right over here coming out of his fur. And if you actually do this and this, there we go. And let me just like leave these weapons over here also. Just let me put this over here and put this one over here. And that's actually really not too bad. Hold on. Oh, there we go. And that's really not too bad. I really think that's actually really cool. And he is Blast Effects compatible here and everything. So like a lot of people have actually been showing this off. I think that that's actually really cool, like a really cool look for LEO Convoy here and everything. He just looks really impressive here and everything, you know? I think that there could have actually been like a lot more done on him and everything like that. Also, if you didn't want to move these parts of his mane out of the way or anything like that, you actually have like a couple of divots right over here also, where if you actually wanted to put these weapons over here also, you can. And let me finish showing this off, and there we go. And that actually looks pretty nice, you know? I'm actually like really not sad about that at all or anything. If you actually didn't want to keep these on, you could actually store them in his back right over here, and I will actually show you how that works in just a moment. Here is LEO Convoy with Forager class Tigertron. It's actually in talking about Tigertron and the comparisons between Tigertron and LEO Convoy here that we actually talk about the articulation here and everything like that. So we're actually going to take a look at this. He has a bend at his elbow right over here. He actually has a rotation right over here, which is actually for robot mode. You can actually disconnect him right over here, so you can actually give him a little bit of articulation right over here. Is it great? No, because it actually does break up everything around here and everything, thus kind of like destroying the illusion that he is actually a lion, you know? Now, when you actually do that, and you actually want to, this is a transformation joint, you just want to connect that right back into the peg that's actually on the inside of the red piece to the white piece right over here. And when you take a look at Tigertron over here, he has real pieces that are actually devoted to his tiger mode and everything, you know, which is actually great. The articulation is actually fantastic on this, and I kind of wish that we could have actually seen the same thing with the added transformation on here and everything, because I don't really see a way that they wouldn't actually be able to do this and everything, like, you know, like I kind of feel like they could have actually added another piece like right on the inside over here and given him his lion legs and everything also, and added our ankle articulation right over here, which would have actually been great. Over here we actually have his leg that is actually his robot mode leg and everything, but also we actually have like a little twist right over here over the thigh. We actually have a devoted ankle pivot right over here for robot mode. You can actually bring this out a little bit. There are a couple of divots for transformation that you can actually dislodge, so you can actually give them a little bit more motility and everything like that. But once you're actually finished with that, you can actually lock them back in again. So is it the greatest? Is it the greatest? Not really. You know, I kind of wish they could have actually made a thought more Tigertron when it actually came down to making this figure, because Of course, he's actually gonna be formed a little bit differently. Things are actually gonna lie a little bit differently on him and everything like that. You can actually move his tail. Things are actually gonna lie a little bit differently with him and everything like that. But I really think they could have actually copied a little bit more from this into this guy and everything. And that's all I'm saying. I just really think that they kind of like missed the mark when it actually comes down to giving us a fully realized lion. Anyway, back to comparisons. Here goes Leo Prime with Transmetals to Megatron. And remember, Megatron is actually super dynamic at like a leader class scale and everything. I just wish we could have actually gotten more dynamics with this guy, you know? Anyway, let's head into transformation and let's see where the real beauty of this figure is. Henshin! Transforming Leo Prime is actually very inspired by the Transformers Beast Wars 2 anime. So we are actually going to start off by lifting everything here from his back, and then we are actually going to go over here and lift this piece also and everything to get everything out of the way. We're going to disconnect this back piece right over here, which really goes nicely right over here on the back side of him and everything. So we're actually going to put the tail in. We are going to disconnect these two pieces right from an inside peg that's actually going right over here into here. We're going to move this all the way up and move his front paws right over here. We'll lift up right over here, and there are two divots that actually go right into each other. Once you get that over here, let's see, there it is, thumping, yeah, there you go. Once you actually get that done, just rotate his legs, and then rotate again, and then this is actually where you're actually going to find a lot of where he's actually going to be standing. So let's do that again. We'll rotate his legs right here, and then get that locked right over there, and then we'll rotate his hind legs, and there we go, and that locks there, and that locks there, and then we are going to take his heel spurs and just bring them all the way out here. Then we will dislodge everything right here in the middle. We'll take this front piece right over here, and I like the way they do this actually. They just hit his head right in the middle of the body cavity and everything. That's actually really great. Take his arms out right here, rotate them, then bring this down and then close that in. And I haven't seen any of the other figures that don't do this or anything like that. So just bring this chest piece right in. That actually shows off his maximal legions. And then we're going to do the same thing right over here. Just rotate, bring this down, and then this will lock that piece in. Then we'll rotate this, get this out of the way, rotate all of this, bring this over here and just put this right over his arm and bring this in, and for some reason just slide that in here. Now I'm not exactly sure, this really doesn't really serve like a huge purpose or anything like that, just moves his head a little bit inward and everything like that. And then we're actually going to take his hind legs and move them over to the back, and same over here, I'm sorry, his front paws, and there we go. We'll just lock the head in, and this piece over here doesn't lock anywhere or anything like that, which is actually kind of annoying to me. I kind of wish that we could have actually had like a good lock to actually leave that stationary in the back, but once you have actually done all of that, here is LEO Convoy. I like the design. There are a couple of things that are actually kind of crazy about the design, but are actually cool about the design, and we'll actually check that out now. We'll actually take a look at his face right over here. That actually has all the goodness that Optimus Prime, that any good Optimus Prime should actually have. He actually has his antennas. He actually has his crest right over here. Really nice. Mine actually has like a little bit of miscoloring right over here at the eye. I think that if I actually got like a little bit of like a little pin or something like that with like maybe some yellow, I could actually fix that on my own. But there we go. Chest is actually really cool. I love his abdominal area right over here. His arms are actually pretty nice, actually, you know? Like, I kind of like would like my Optimus's arms like a little beefier and everything like that, but this guy actually doesn't look too bad or anything like that. We actually have his codpiece area and everything like that over here. Just really nice modeling all together. His bionics right over here going into his legs are actually really cool also. The one thing that I actually have a complaint about is this thing right over here. It would be so great if they actually found a place to lock that in, but they didn't. And over here is where you can actually store these little weapons right over here. We actually have like a piece that actually goes into these guns, and then you just like you just put the tabs right in here, and this actually stores in lion mode also and everything. So that's actually not bad. I just wish that we actually had a better locking mechanism. And once you actually have that, you actually have LEO Convoy fully done up, and his robot mode is actually really nice. One thing that I'm actually really totally stoked about, though, is that he actually still comes with this piece right over here. You open up the chest, and you actually have like a little mini matrix that's actually on the inside. But you can actually use this to hold a blast effect and everything like that. It works really, really well and kind of like gives you kind of like a Guyver kind of thing and everything like that. So that's actually really nice. I kind of wish we could actually do the same thing with the other side. But as to the lore and everything, that's what you actually get there and everything. But it really looks cool though. He's loaded with a lot of articulation. He actually has like a 360 right on his head. He actually has a slight up and slight down and everything. You can actually use the transformation joint to actually give him a little bit more depth with the down. He actually has, and these pieces over here will cover a lot and everything like that, but you could actually kind of like move them out of the way a little bit and everything like that. But if you do, he actually does have like an up and a down and everything like that on a hinge. He actually has like rotation right over here on his bicep. You can actually get like about this far up on both arms and everything with his elbows. No wrist articulation or anything like that. You could actually do this kind of thing if you actually really needed to and everything, you know. He actually has rotation on the waist right over here, really tight on my copy. He actually has a thigh. He actually has leg articulation where he can actually go all the way up like this. He can actually go all the way back over here, you know, really nice. He actually does come with good kung fu skills right over here. I mentioned the rotation, but he can actually go all the way out here and everything as well. So that's actually okay. But he also has a knee bend right over here, and it's not a double knee bend or anything like that. It actually breaks up right over here. So it would have actually been great if we could have actually had the full entire like double hinge and everything like that. But he actually has thigh rotation right over here. He has an ankle pivot, and I think, yeah, he can actually use this if you actually really wanted to and everything like that for some kind of like real broken, some kind of real broken stance and everything. But aside from that, he really is not too shabby. And he still has that same gimmick where you could actually kind of like pull out the weapons right over here. You could actually attach his weapons right on the side over here and over here. Go. And if you actually really wanted to, you could actually blast effect everything on his main. There we go. And give him one more just so you could actually see what I'm actually doing here. There we are. And you can actually have him having like a sneak attack like a sneak attack coming right from his main right over here. But also, you can actually remove these weapons right over here, and you can actually kind of like lodge them into his hands like so, and like so, and bring in these pieces right over here, and you can actually lodge this in here and here, and bring in his claws so he can actually use ulterior claws that are actually underneath his his lion legs and everything. So that's actually okay also and everything. You know, is it my favorite? Not really. I kind of like think that he should actually come with like a little bit more oomph when it actually comes down to his weaponry and everything. But it's stylized. It is cool to like the person who actually loves this. So there we go. I mean, truthfully, he really isn't lacking for any firepower whatsoever. In comparison, here's LEO Convoy with Tigatron, and here's LEO Convoy with Transmetals 2 Megatron. One thing I do actually have to say about this, though, is that I really think that when it actually comes down to the Evo Fusion, this should have actually been one of the things that they actually focused on with LEO Convoy here and everything. I kind of feel like we're actually kind of like missing the boat when it actually came down to these weapons and everything like that. And I kind of feel like these should have actually been made maybe in like, and hate me for saying this, translucent material and everything like that. And that's only because of the fact that these are actually supposed to be claws and everything, but not necessarily claws or anything like that. Like, I'm not exactly sure how strong these things are actually supposed to be. Are they supposed to be Wolverine strength or something like that? Or are they made out of like another type of Cybertronian and everything? Like, I'm not exactly sure. Would it actually stand up against like Transmetals 2 Megatron? I don't know that either or anything like that. Like, I keep on wondering what we could have actually had with this. One thing I keep on saying about Leo Prime is that I really think that he should have actually gotten like a few more weapons and everything like that as a selling point for this guy. And everyone, look, I totally get that he actually comes from the Japanese lore of Beast Wars and everything, but you know, just hear me out here. You know, just let's bring in Red Cog over here and we'll actually just steal one of his weapons for just a moment. And we'll actually leave that over here, which is already looking pretty proper and everything like that. But like, hear me out some more. Let's take Prime's weapon over here for just a moment and everything like that, you know? And we'll actually kind of like lodge that into his hand over here and everything like that. And right away, I kind of feel like he actually looks a lot more impressive, you know? With sword in hand and everything like that, and another sidearm and everything like that. Like, I kind of like really believe now that he's actually ready to fight Megatron on his own terms and everything like that, you know? But I don't know, like, I keep on thinking to myself that there actually needs to be, like, more weaponry and everything like that made up for this guy and everything like that. If you are a third party, like, maker of weaponry and everything like that for these guys, please do, you know, I'm dying to see what you guys actually come up with and everything like that. I would love to see, like an axe or something like that for this guy or something at least, you know? Like, this guy actually deserves to, like, actually have something cool going for him and everything, you know? I just don't really think that these guns over here are actually, like, really the thing for him and everything like that. But give him a broadsword and everything, he really starts selling this lion mode and everything, you know? So, that's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, I'm gonna give you some closing thoughts. This is my first time messing around with this mold and everything. I'm not going to say I hate this version of Prime or anything like that, because I don't. I think he's actually really well done and everything. I think his modeling is actually excellent and everything. I think that the Lion mode has a lot to be desired. Beast Wars 2 is still kind of a niche thing for me and everything like that, and I think it's like the niche collector that'll actually kind of like really dig this guy and everything. He's definitely going into my Prime shrine, you know, but like, I don't really know if he's actually as Prime as he actually should be. I didn't get a chance to like actually show you the comparisons of his height with Optimus Prime, but he comes out to be a little bit shorter than Optimus Prime, so maybe he's actually kind of like the younger upstart and everything like that, with his guns ablazing into everything. His proportions are actually very weird to me, you know what I mean? Especially when you actually have like this lion leg all the way on the back of his shoulder and all the way in the back of his elbow and everything like that. He is actually pretty interesting, you know what I mean? Like, I am actually really liking the guy and everything like that altogether, but he's not really totally for me. And I know that he actually comes from the anime. I get it. I get that there's actually like a lot of fanfare. There's like a lot of fanfare for a character like this, including the fact that he actually kind of like has this Guyver-esque chest that actually shoots the matrix of leadership and like the shoots to make sure it's of leadership and like blast like everyone to Kingdom Come and everything like that. I get it. I get that there's a lot going into this, but at the same time, I still think that it's actually something that will still have to keep on growing on me and everything, you know? I like him, but he's actually like one of those type of characters that I'd probably give him like a 7 more than anything else out of 10, you know? But he's actually cool. You know, like I think that if you get him, you won't be disappointed whatsoever or anything like that. I am actually like a little bit more critical on this guy and everything, you know? But take it from me, if you actually get him, you will like him. If you do get him, let me know what you think about him and everything. Let me know in the comments and everything like that. Let me know exactly how you feel about this guy, because I'm dying to like get other opinions and everything, to seeing exactly what people are actually thinking about when they actually pick this guy up and everything, you know? And that is it for me for today and everything. I will definitely be bringing out some more content to you real soon and everything. I really appreciate each and every one of you for joining me today. As a mental health check, I really hope that each and every one of you is actually having stellar times out there and everything. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other out there, because goodness is actually needed out there and everything. And make sure that you treat yourself kindly, because you deserve it more than anyone out there in the cosmos. Also, when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. I will definitely talk to you soon.